What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu, and you're watching a Ragin Ronin review. Got a review for you. I saw a Hong Kong crime thriller called Project Gutenberg. Now, this film caught me by surprise because I saw the trailer for it, and then I saw internationally acclaimed action star Chow Yun-fat. And he just looked so good in it. And I'm talking about just watching the trailer, and what really drew me to this film is not only because he was in it, but there was a scene in that trailer that was a major homage to the film that made him famous, A Better Tomorrow. It was a scene where he's in sunglasses, he's wearing a trench coat, and then he lights his cigarette with a American dollar bill. And that was a scene that was really famous in John Woo's famous film, or John Woo's film that made Chow Yun-fat famous, A Better Tomorrow. So right away I was thinking to myself, okay, I gotta check this film out. Now, this film is directed by Felix Chong, and it also stars Aaron Kwok. And I was thinking to myself, okay, this looks like it could be a really great film. It looks like it could be quite good. Anyways, it's about a counterfeiting ring. It's about this, Chow Yun-fat's character and Aaron Kwok's character who form an alliance to create counterfeit money, counterfeit American dollar bills, and then the police are hot on their trail. And that's essentially all I know. And I think that's good enough for a crime thriller, and then some action and shootouts happen, and there you have it. So I checked out the film, and wow, that film was, I think it's trying to be too intelligent for its own good. This film is a type of film that is very popular in China, and I think it has to do with the fact that it tried really hard to be intelligent. And I'll just say that, you know, without spoiling anything, this film has elements of Fight Club, and it also feels like it's a ripoff of Bryan Singer's film, The Usual Suspects. It definitely has major elements from both films put together and kind of wrap a counterfeiting fraud ring in those elements. Okay, wrap those elements with a counterfeiting story, and you have Project Gutenberg. And this film is hard to follow, and it is a film that really makes you feel like, okay, if I miss something, I'm not gonna know what the hell is going on later on. And it is that type of film. And, well, for me, I gotta read subtitles, but I love Hong Kong films, but reading subtitles in a film that is this thought-provoking is really quite a big, that's a big challenge. Because you really have to follow what is going on there, but I also follow a confusing story, which they all wrap up in the end and explain everything. But like, I was thinking as I was watching the final act of the film, like, so they did all that? Like, they really like, all that happened? I guess I missed that part. Or all those other parts. Anyways, this film plays out, I mean, this film also has a bit of a pacing issue, because it is really, like, nothing really happens. It's a bit uneventful until the final act of the film. The third act of the film is where everything happens, and by everything I'm talking about like action, shootouts, and all that stuff. But before that, it's a lot of talking. There is just a lot of dialogue, and nothing really happens. And for a film that is trying to be, you know, deep and thought-provoking, they put all the substance all in the first and second act, but it's just too much. It's really too much that it's hard to follow, especially if you don't understand the language, right? And you're only left with reading subtitles. That won't be good enough. So that is a bit unfortunate. And then once we get to the final act of the film and all the shootouts happen, it just feels like, wow, they really wanted to bring back the John Woo's, or what made Chow Yun-fat famous, all that John Woo style slow-mo action with the flowing trench coats and the double gunplay. I mean, they made a John Woo film without having it being directed by John Woo, and it just felt totally out of place because we have this like overly thought-provoking first and second act. Then we lead into this balletic gunplay with Chow Yun-fat just like jumping in slow motion, boom, 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 boom. You know, his classic action style that was made so famous by director John Woo. Like, we have all of that, and I'm just thinking, wow, I'm watching like two different movies here. Anyways, this film, like, when I think about it, as I you know, got out of the theater, I understand that they were trying to make it intelligent, and it does have some smart aspects about it, but like, you really gotta put a lot of thought into it. Like, it's something where you have to really replay everything out before you truly understand it. But what really made this film watchable for me is Aaron Kwok and Chow Yun-fat's chemistry and their performances. Aaron Kwok was excellent in this film, and Chow Yun-fat charming as always. I mean, I will always love his performances. He does such a great job in a lot of the films that he's in, except for some really goofy comedies. But besides that, when he plays an action role or a dramatic character, he does such a great job. He's a really great actor, and he still shows that in this film. As for this film itself, like I said, it's a film that tries too hard for its own good to be an intelligent film, and maybe I'll feel that way. I mean, maybe I'll feel differently if I actually understood the native language that it's you know, for the film. But reading subtitles is just not good enough. But I get the general idea of what this film's about, but it was just a really confusing film, and it just tries so hard to wrap everything up and make everything make sense. So I'm just gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. But if you are a fan of Aaron Kwok and you are a fan of Chow Yun-fat, definitely do check this film out. And if you like mystery type of films, which you know, are crime thrillers, which you like to put puzzles together, this is a film that you might want to check out. I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10, and check it out if you're looking for that sort of thing. As always, if you enjoyed this review and you want to see more, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, Ragin Nation. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.